Hey, what is up, y'all? Welcome to Game Day here at Heavy Cardboard. Teach, play, and discuss medium and heavy strategy board games, war games, 18xx, and cube rails, because that's what we got tonight. I am your host, Edward Euler, happy to be joined by those fine folks over yonder.
I'm Ken.
Adam.
Michael.
Rob.
All right, tonight we are happy to be bringing y'all Trans-Siberian Railroad, designed by the Tom Russell, and published by Rio Grande Games. Now, Rio Grande is a partner of ours here at Heavy Cardboard, so certainly appreciate them sponsoring the live stream tonight, as well as sending us this production copy of TSR, or Trans-Sib. Although, arguably, there is another Winsome called Trans-Sib, so I don't want to confuse it, but shorthand. There you go. So welcome, everybody watching live around the world, as well as after the fact. It's Saturday. Let's have some fun. A little CCMF, right? Choo-choo, my friends? Sure, go with that.
That's exactly
that is the PG-rated thing. So now that I see Rob guzzling, what are you drinking, Rob?
Bell's Two Hearted, my favorite IPA.
Okay. Anyone else?
Currently with a strawberry lemonade.
Oh, living large.
H2O.
This is a chamomile tea.
Okay, not chamomile, but chamomile.
Can't do the caffeine this late, man.
Really? It keeps you up all night?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. All right, so enough chit chat. Y'all are here for some cube rails. We're here to bring y'all some cube rails. So Trans-Siberian, originally a Winsome game. And so originally published by Winsome Games, and now published by Rio Grande. And I believe that the artwork is by Todd Sanders. I think Todd did a really good job with this. It's clean, but also, you know, looks nice. And I will say this, the player aid in this game not only will teach you the game, it will do a marvelous job of running the game. So that's exactly what we're going to use tonight, is the player aid, and just basically run from that. All right? So if y'all are ready, I'm ready. Let's do this. Here we go. Trans-Siberian Railroad. In the late 19th century, the Russian government commissioned a project to build a railroad that would connect Moscow in the west with Vladivostok in the east. The players in the game are competing to start railroads, build tracks to link cities, and earn income, all while extending their rail network further and further east across the great expanse of Russia. Players must be careful that they keep the government happy or risk losing ownership of their railroads. The Tsar is not above taking control of any railroad that falls too far behind. Player with the most money in cash, I want to stress that, in cash at the end and some stock at the end of the game, wins the game. All right, so what is it y'all are looking, oh, you know what, hold on. If anybody out there either reads, speaks, listens to, or is from Russia, I apologize now. We are going to butcher your names, and not on purpose, so I apologize. We'll try. That's all I got. All right, so what are we looking at here? So we have a map of Russia along with various cities, as well as little connections. The square spots are going to be connection spots where we're going to be putting cube rails out here for the various companies. We have an income track for the various companies. We have a stock value track. We have a nationalization value, which is basically the stressor in this game along there. We have a timing, which is going to dictate the timing of when we pay dividends, and a dividends track, which is going to be one of the triggers for the end of the game. And then finally, we have a phase. It's not really a track. It's a phase thing that shows, hey, we're in phase 1, phase 2. Once we're in phase 2, we don't go back to phase 1. So that's everything out here on the main board. Up above, we have in 6 different colors, the different companies. So we have the red, the blue, the green, the yellow, the black, the white. The black and the white will not come out until phase 2, so keep that in mind. I'm not even going to talk about those until later on. Then we have shares for each of the company, one of each company that's going to be auctioned off at the very beginning of the game. Obviously, we have cubes for the various companies. Those are off camera. Then we have the player boards. And on the player boards, we have, let's try that again. Ah, boo. There we go. We have the player aid, the aforementioned amazing player aid, and that's how we're going to be learning this game. More on that in a little bit. These are not only player aids, but they're also going to be where we're going to keep our individual money as well as the shares for the companies that we invest in. In addition, the game comes with, I don't know what the hell this is, paper money. All right, so yeah, so we're using poker chips, and I would recommend that y'all do as well. The companies up here is where we're going to be keeping the company coffers, so any of the money paid to the companies to be able to build tracks, so on and so forth, will be tracked up there as well in poker chips as well. All right, so what is it we are trying to, or what big picture, what are we doing in this game? The goal of the game is to have the most money and portfolio at the end of the game. The end of the game is going to be triggered when a company is valued at either $75 or we have paid dividends 6 times. This, I feel like, is going to be the more likely end to most games, but it is possible that that happens. When that happens, there is a small little final scoring, and then whoever has the most money wins. So, what are we going to be doing in this game? Well, the game takes place over an indeterminate number of rounds, but it's going to take place over 6 dividend payouts. The game starts with an initial stock round. The stock round is going to consist of auctioning off these 4 shares, and then we will begin the regular game. And the regular game will always follow this sequence of play. So on a player's turn, and we will always go clockwise or according to the bottom of the screen, as you can see in that order, starting with whoever is the start player. On their turn, they can do one of 3 things. They can either buy stock, be it 1 or 2 shares. They can build links for companies that are public only, and those will be 1 link, 2 link, or possibly an external link. Or finally, pass. Then that's the end of their turn. We will continue taking these turns and these actions. That player does 1, that player does 1, so on and so forth, until this cube makes it all the way down to the paid dividend spot. When it comes down to the paid dividend spot, whoever triggered that action is going to take that little cube, we're going to put it on their player board to remind us, hey, who triggered that? And then at that point, we're then going to go through the timing track stuff, all of these. We're going to go through all those during phase 1. Then, if a phase shift, exactly what it says, we're going to flip this board over and then talk about what happened, the difference between phase 1 and phase 2. And basically what that is we're going to, instead of checking for a phase shift, we're going to actually have nationalization. All right? So let's go over all these actions a little bit more in detail. And then honestly, we're just going to get started, and you guys will be able to figure this out as we go, because it's really mechanically a simple game. But oh, are there some levers to pull? So first things first, on your turn, first option, buy stock. If you choose to buy a stock certificate, whatever the stock is valued at, so let's say green here is at 20, then you can buy a green share if there is one available. There are a total of 5 available for any of the 4 colored companies, meaning red, blue, green, or yellow, because one of these will be auctioned off, theoretically, almost always, to the players to begin with. So there will be 4 additional available between the players. You pay the cost to the company, meaning the 20 bucks would come from your portfolio and go over to the company. You would take the share, add it to your portfolio, boom, done. Easy enough. Any questions on that? No? Good. Moving on. The second option on buying stock is you can buy 2 certificates. So the only thing that's different between buying 1 certificate and buying 2 certificates is, well, you can't buy 2 of the same. So let's say you wanted to buy 2 green. Well, that's going to take 2 different turns. But as it is, you could buy 1 green and you could buy 1 yellow, paying that amount to the company coffers from your portfolio. Now, if you choose to do so, there are 2 other little things. First off, that's one of the triggers for advancing the timing cube. The timing cube is what is going to dictate when we pay dividends. So it's going to advance 1 step whenever you buy 2 shares in a single action. Easy enough there. In addition to that, you're going to notice over here at the very bottom of the player aid where it says when buying stock. One stock certificate, price of the stock, already covered that. However, if you buy 2 different stock certificates, you'll notice that the price of each stock, so you would pay the 20 and 32 in the example that I mentioned. In addition to that, you must pay $4 to one of those 2 company coffers. It's your choice. There's no rule as to how you choose, but you have to choose. So instead of, in this case, it costing me $52, or rubles, I guess, other than it costing me 52, it's going to cost me actually 56 because 4 additional have to go to one of the 2 companies. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. Any questions on buying stock? I think that's pretty straightforward. If there is no stock available in that company, guess what? You can't buy it. Or if the company is not in the game. We'll talk about that more later on. The second option, we're going to come down here to pass. Very simple. Do nothing except what? Advance the timing cube, meaning, whoop, I pass. Done. All right. That's it. Okay. And again, if it comes down to here, we pause the game, we would bring it over, and then we would go back through those steps. Okay, easy enough. That's passing. But the crux of this game, really, the meat of this game is going to be the building of links. Now, you notice that it says public railroads only. So you might be asking yourself, what's the difference between a public railroad and, say, a private railroad? Well, I'm glad you asked. A public railroad means that a company has at least 2 shares sold. Doesn't matter to the same player, to different, it doesn't matter. Minimum 2 shares sold. Once that happens, it's a public company. So what does that mean? At the beginning of the game, each of these companies will have 1 share sold, theoretically. So then all of these are private companies. So what does that mean? That means you cannot build links. You can't build track until a second share of that company is owned by players. In addition to that, only the players that are tied for the most ownership of a company can build track for that. So in other words, if I have 2 green shares and everybody else has 1 or none, I can build track and nobody else can for green. But let's say everybody owns, all 5 of us owns 1 share of red. In that case, we all are tied for the most, therefore all of us can build track for red. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so building 1 link. What does that mean? Well, let's go ahead and take a look where the game is going to start up here in the Moscow area. When we first start the game and the initial shares are auctioned off, each company is going to start with a cube out here somewhere around Moscow. So let's just say, and I don't know, I'll grab a color at random. Oh, yellow. There we go. Let's say yellow had started there. Now, on my turn, if I am the majority, or I hold the most shares or tied for the most shares for yellow, I say, hey, I want to build some track for yellow. Well, the rules for building track are one of 2 things. Well, one of 3 things, really. You can build 1 link, you can build 2 links, or you can build an external link. Okay, so let's talk about links. A link is a little square spot where you're going to place a cube that is between 2 cities. So I have now built that link between Moscow and Samara. That makes sense?
Yep.
If I wish to build a single link, I then choose from somewhere, then I say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and build between Samara and Chelyabinsk, or Chelyabinsk. That wasn't bad. Yeah, that's close. All right. So what you might be asking yourself, what is the cost for such a thing? Well, right here, pay the link cost to the bank. So 1 link is $4. And then it says plus $2 per jumped link. What the heck is a jumped link? Well, let me go ahead and set up a quick little example here. So let's move it on back up to Moscow. Let's say I'm yellow, or I'm building for yellow, and I have this, and I want to go ahead and build the link between Chelyabinsk and, oh boy, I chose a bad one. Let's go for it, Adam.
I'm not even gonna try.
Ekaterinburg.
Okay, go with that. All right. So let's say I want to build that link right there. I have to jump this track. So what does that mean? Well, I have to pay $4 to build that track. In addition to that, for every link that I jump, meaning that is not owned by my company, but is owned by another, not my company, but the yellow company, and is owned by a different color company, you must pay $2 per link per railroad that you do that to. So what does that mean? again, extending this out, if I wanted to build, say, this link here for yellow, I would pay $4 for the link out of the company coffers, $2 to the green coffers, and $2 to the blue coffers in that case. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so that is building one link to do so. But in addition to that, you're going to notice that that number, and this is the last time I'm going to bounce between these, that number right there says 2. It still costs $4, but it has a 2. What does that 2 mean? That means that wherever this yellow marker is over here on the income track, it is going to move, say it were there, it's going to move 1, 2. Oops, try that again. There we go. So if it were over here on the income track, it would go 1, 2. Anytime you land on or pass one or more black spaces over here on the income track, what's going to happen here is the stock value is going to go up 1 jump per black space that you either landed on or passed. Very simple. So whatever the number is here in the boxes, which these range from 2 to 6, meaning you're going to advance 2 to 6, and then if you hit a black spot, your stock value is going to go up. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. However, just like buying shares, you can actually go ahead and build 2 links. Well, if you build 2 links, there's some extra little rules associated with that. Well, first thing is you choose the first link just like you did in this example here by, let's say we went ahead and built that link there as our first link. The rule for building the second link is whatever city you just connected into, you must extend from that city to the next city. So in other words, if I just built this one as the first one, what I cannot do is I cannot build that link because that is not connected, that is not attached to that city directly. Nor could I come up here through Moscow and do something like that as my second link on a single build. However, if I built that one, what I can do is I could come up here to Surgut, or I could come down here to Omsk and build either one of those. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
The cost for doing that, assuming that you don't make any jumps, is $12 to the bank. And if you do make any jumps, it's going to be $2 per jump. But obviously the jump is only going to be on the first link because the second one has to be directly connected from the end of that new city. Easy enough. Any questions on building 2 links?
Nope.
All right.
No questions.
Now, the last thing I want to point out on that is you notice it says advance the timing cube and increase the stock value. Okay. So not only would we add the 2, but then if we connected this one, that would be another 2. So that on that build, that would be a total of 4 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I'd hit or passed a black, I would move the stock marker. But in addition to that, it does say advance the timing cube and increase the stock value. So increase the timing cube, that will move down 1 spot, and increase the stock value because you bought 2 shares. So even if you didn't hit any black marks, you're still going to get it bumped once. If you passed a black mark or landed on one, you would get 2 bumps. 1 for building 2 links and 1 for hitting the black mark. If you hit 2 black spaces and you built 2 links, that would be a bump of 3 up the stock track. Easy enough?
Yep.
All right. The last thing is building 1 external link. So an external link is just like a lot of the others, except you'll notice that there are some of these purple spaces out here on the edge. If a link is connected to a purple space, it is considered an external link. So even though TWAPS maybe and Rostov-na-Donu, even though those are connected here like that, it's still connected to an external link. Therefore, it's considered an external link when you build this. Now, why am I making that distinction? Because when you do 2 builds, neither of them can be an external link. Okay? So in addition to all of that, the external link is going to cost you $8 when building from the company coffer to the bank, and again, $4 per jump link. And in addition to that, Advance the timing cube and increase the stock value, just as if you had built 2 links. Same thing happens, even though you're only building 1 link, and it's the external one. Easy enough? Good.
Sure enough.
So, after all of that has happened, and we continue advancing, and we get down to the pay dividends. Now what happens? Well, first thing, we're going to pay dividends. So every company is going to pay dividends. So let's say 19, and let's say green were at 11. And there were 2 shares of yellow out between doesn't matter what players. You round up. Divide that number wherever it is on the income track. So in this case, that's $19. Divide that by the number of shares, 2 shares. So 19 divided by 2 is 9.5. Round up, $10 a share. So all the shareholders. However, the companies do not get paid any money. It's only the shareholders. Then obviously we would go around to the other companies. If there were 3 green, that would be $4 a share because that's 3 and change. That makes sense? Pay all that out. Then after we have paid out all of the dividends, then we check for a phase shift. So what is a phase shift? Well, you notice the 48 spot here on the stock value? Whenever a company has reached or passed that at this moment, we check. If so, boom, there's going to be a phase shift. If not, we skip it. Easy enough. So then immediately hold the second auction round. What does that mean? That means as soon as a company has hit that, the black and the white are going to come into play. That's all you need to know for right now. We'll cover that later on during the game. Then we're going to adjust the stock prices. So what gets adjusted? The public company that has the highest share value. What's a public company again? 2 shares or more owned by players will get an automatic free bump. If there are any private companies, meaning 1 share only owned by players, all of those will decrease 1 step to the left. That's the only time a share will ever decrease in value. So that is adjusting the share price, stock prices. Then advance the marker cube on the dividends track. Hey, we paid dividends. Okay, so that moves 1 step there. Easy enough. And remember, after 6, the game ends. Then check for the game end. Did we just hit the number 6, or is a share value at 75? If the answer is yes. If not, continue on. Then advance the marker cube 1 space on the nationalization track. Okay, we haven't talked about nationalization. I'm going to do this in very broad terms right now, and I'll go over it detailed during the game. But know this, when we reach phase 2, the next time we pay dividends, meaning this timing cube makes it all the way down to the bottom, any company share stock value that is equal to or lower where this nationalization value is going to get nationalized. What does that mean? You're going to get dividends paid out another time, and then you lose all the shares, and that company is closed. Everything goes off the board except track that they have already built. That stays there. Any money that if you jump that track again in subsequent actions, that money just gets paid to the bank. That, in a nutshell, is nationalization. So it behooves you, because at the end of the game, you get to cash out stock value of shares that you still have in the game. But if it's nationalized, you don't have those shares. So it behooves you, and you being the players, to make sure that your companies stay above that nationalization when we have gotten into phase 2. Then return the marker cube to the 0 timing track, and then if a phase shift occurred, then turn the board over. Literally, this one has a little 1 on it, the other side has a 2, and it has a little bit different verbiage. It's an amazingly good player aid. So what does that mean? This comes back, resets back to 0. This player begins their next turn, taking one of those 3 actions. Rinse and repeat until one of the endgame triggers is met, and then we go into final scoring. Final scoring is all private shares. So in other words, if you're the only one that has a share and it's only 1 share and no others have been bought, it's worth 0. Just throw it away. Then all of these are cashed out. Anything that's left between the players, add that money to money on hand. Whoever has the most money wins. And that, folks, is how you play Trans-Siberian Railroad. Any questions?
Nope.
No.
All right. Well, there you go. All right. And hey, a couple of things. I saw that Tom is in chat, designer. So Tom, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. I apologize for not tagging you. Second thing, Ken Hill is the representative. He kind of is Rio Grande Games. So he is also in chat. So welcome, y'all. Let's bring everybody in. And I'm missing Rob. We don't want to miss Rob. And Rob, awesome job with the graphics. Thanks for doing these again. Well done. All right.
Yeah.
So the initial auction. Well, the initial auction is going to be those 4 shares. It's going to start with the red share. It's going to randomly be chosen. Who starts it? Minimum bid's $8. Up to bid or pass. We all start with $32. That money goes into the company coffers. Whoever wins the red share starts the auction for the blue. Whoever wins the blue wins the auction for the green, then the yellow, and then whoever won the yellow starts the game, I believe. And here's a little cool little tidbit. I've yet to ever see this happen in a game. If nobody bids on one of these shares, we're going to take that share and we're going to tear it up and throw it out of the game. In addition to all those other shares, that's one less company that's in the game. So
and you raise the nationalization thing by 3, right?
Yeah. Oh, and that is one other thing. Every time a company gets nationalized, that nationalization value is going to move up 3 per railroad. So if 2 companies get nationalized at the same turn, it's going to jump up 6. That doesn't mean that whatever company that it just passed or whatever gets nationalized. What it means is it's in threat to get nationalized next time we pay dividends. All right. So.
But if any of these dies in the crib, like if it doesn't crank up,
then it doesn't crank up. Then it
but
just
the
goes away.
nationalization cube I think also moves 3 in that case.
All right.
So
should be a good time. This was
Be a
pretty
tough way to
sick.
start
We
the
played
game.
this
Yeah.
earlier. This just in, not a team game.
I don't know.
All right. So that said, let's go and randomize turn order. So you know what? Nope, those are not. So we're gonna do here. That is the associated color. Where's Ken? Hold on, no. There. Y'all knew it was coming. And then what do we got? So those are the colors to start just for this, to randomize this. So here we go. Because none of us have been to Russia. That's the official. So I've been close. I've been to Hungary. It's the closest I've been. Been in Japan. I guess that's close.
yeah, it's pretty close.
All right, here we go. Wow, looky there. All right. And from that point forward, everything is clockwise except for the initial auctions, right? All right. So minimum bid is 8. You either bid or pass. I'm going to start the red at 12. Oh, place your bets also over under on Glory to Rome's with this crew tonight after what happened earlier. 9.5 is going to be the over-unders, okay?
I thought we were told to forget what happened earlier, so we wouldn't carry that into this game.
Well, I'm just saying for the team play.
Woo!
All right, so the player boards are going to be above the names, mostly. Like this is going to be me over here, so just keep that in mind. So it's just going to go in this order. So for the bids, I said the bid was going to be 12. Obviously, it's not a Martin Wallace. You cannot take loans. That is the current auction. Can begin.
Can't figure out what I want to do, so I'll pass.
All right. So here. Whoop, there we go. Just to signify that. All right. Adam.
I'm gonna save my money for a later auction. I'm gonna pass as well.
And by the way, there is mechanically no difference between any of the companies, okay? It is strictly color. So, yes, you would think I would wait for the yellow.
Which one places a cube first does matter.
Okay, fair point, I guess, but we'll see that as we go on. All right, so, Michael?
13.
13.
16.
I mean, I was waiting for a real bid. Shots
That was
fired,
it.
Michael. Shots fired.
I like first cube placement. It's good.
It was worth
Worked out
13
pretty well for you
to
last
do
time.
that.
I will pass, so it's y'all two.
Rob, it's yours.
All right, 16.
All right.
So a moment. And obviously I'm running 5 tableaus, so a little bit of grace for everybody at home. In addition to that, keep in mind the game is going to run long simply because one player doing 5 players works. So here's what happens now. The red share will go over to Rob. I did it already to start. I know. And no one caught it. The money goes to the company coffers, and then there are going to be 3 cubes that come out. You might be asking why. First off, let's go ahead and start with placing it out here. So you're going to place one. It must be adjacent to Moscow, hence the color difference there. So Rob, where are we starting? In between Moscow and?
I'm going to St. Petersburg.
All right, going north. So red. Now note that it's going to cover the 3 space right there. So we then take a second cube, put it over here on the income track up there. Now, the last cube, you'll note that Rob paid 16 bucks. So you would think that this will automatically go to 16. Au contraire, mon frère. What that means is it can't go higher than 16. However, Rob has the honor to decide 8, 12, or 16. Where are you going to par it at? I say par, but just set the price.
16.
All right, starting at 16. All right, done, and red is done. We now are going to auction off the blue share, starting with Rob.
12.
Okay. 13.
Oh, but that's a real bid.
No, it is when I do it, Michael.
I pass.
Yeah, 14.
Definitive 14, Adam. I like it. Michael, you gonna make a
15.
real bid?
15 sounded like a
15.
real bid to me.
All right,
a real bid.
that's. I am slacking.
It's a real number.
It
It's a
is.
real
All right.
number.
So obviously, no, I take that back. Never mind.
Oh,
Rob.
yeah.
Yep.
I'll pass.
All right.
Fine. I'll 16.
Michael.
I'm loath to do this. Loath, I tell you.
No one's getting a share for under 16. It's just not going to happen.
I mean, maybe.
I'm going to pass.
All right. So 16 it is for Adam. So a moment. And that was the blue. And I apologize to the fine folks in Murmansk. I'm probably going to end up covering that at some point, but we'll manage. All right. So there is that. The blue share comes here. 3 cubes. Adam, what you got for me?
I am going to head southeast to, I believe, Kazan?
Yeah, Kazan. It feels like Kazan. I don't know, but there you go.
I still want to just be like, Kazan! But I'm sure that's...
I'm sure it's wrong, but it's fun.
Yeah.
All right. And par price? 8, 12, or 16?
I'm gonna go for 12.
All right. There we go. The game is already different than the last game. Somebody's learned a lesson.
A
All
little
right.
bit. All right. So
All right,
let's
Adam
start the
starts the
green.
auction. Yep.
Let's go crazy. Let's start the green at 16.
What?
Oh!
Pass.
Both of them are out.
No. Rob's got 16. Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Nope.
In the game
Oh.
of Trans-Siberian. Anyway, all right. All right, Ken. It's all you.
Nope.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Wow. So you got 2 Oh, my God. We let that happen?
Turns
It'll be
out.
fine. Don't worry. Let's see if he underprices this one too. That I wouldn't be too upset about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. All right. So this is already way different than our last
Way
game.
different. Way different. Yes.
All right. So 16, 3 green cubes. I apologize for anybody colorblind out there, the red, green. I didn't have time. I didn't make little black marks on the green ones. I'm sorry. Where are we going?
Let's go to Saratov.
I'll get there. Oh, right there. There we go. Right there. All right. And that was a 3 as well.
Mhm.
And what are we parring it at?
Also going to par this one at 12. Let's see
Okay.
how this goes.
Drastically different game. All right.
Bargain prices up there.
Yep.
That's what I like to see.
So
All right,
now,
we start
lot-
the
lot more
final
shares
auction
back.
at pass.
okay, so cannot bid minimum 8, so therefore we start essentially here.
10.
10, you said?
Did you say 10?
I said 10.
That's
I
it.
will go-
We're all like, wait. Did you say
I
I
will go
bid
12.
$10.
10 rubles.
$12. Oh, it's not
hold
even
on.
me.
Rob may wish to
Yeah.
partake.
You also might want to.
Yeah, in the game of Trans-Sib. Wait, I'm just saying. All right.
It's not the kind of auction where you just yell out what you want.
No, it is not an open auction. Sorry. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. I might as well try it. 16.
If you guys let Rob have this one, it's going to be madness.
You should do it.
I want to see it happen.
I'll par it at 8, I promise.
Huh. So, Corey, sorry. So, okay, I know what Ken's thinking. I'm just debating whether or not I want to go the same route. And you know what? The point of this game, yes, to win, but also to show it to everybody at home. So right now, there are 2 shares available for $12. That's $24. We all start with 32 because 5 players. So even if Rob gets this at 16 and pars it at 16, after Rob's first turn, I then can buy 2 shares of green and blue, 1 of each, right? And that would be a total of $28 because the extra $4 bonus. So that might be but then I'm joined at the hip with Adam, and Adam has shown how good he is at this. So
Yellow player goes first,
that's not
too.
fair.
Yellow player starts.
I did poorly when I only had 1 share. I already have 2. I'm ahead of myself
All right.
already.
fact. 20.
Pass.
Ugh.
There you go. It's you and me, Michael.
Yeah, no, I was hoping you would either pass or put a lower number than 20 out there. It feels like if I do 21, we're right back what I did earlier this afternoon. And again,
The 21 shares didn't do that bad.
I am loath to repeat that again. I think I'm in last place. So I'm going to try I think we'll call it the Ken Gambit at this point, and I will pass.
I mean, it's kind of appropriate that I get the yellow share, though, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know if it's really my gambit since I've never actually tried this before.
Right,
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's go. Go.
Pull levers. All right. So now let me go ahead and think out loud a little bit, and for the folks at home to try and give a little bit of context here as to why people are building the way they are. So you'll notice, first off, that going up north here to St. Petersburg, this area at Salikard is cut off, right? There is no connection from there to Nadim, maybe. And there are a couple of coastals up there, and don't forget there is the one up there in Murmansk. Now, there is a connection that comes down and then comes back down this way. The blue also cuts out some of the lower value stuff, the 2s, to be able to get down into some of the bigger ones out there. Green has the luxury now of being able either to come down south or to come out to the west. So those are all good options. Now, obviously, if I chose either one of these, I'm taking a longer path than to come down this way. Or I could essentially do the same there in Samara. I don't know what the right answer is. But what I do think is I'm going to do something a little bit different, and let's have a little bit of flexibility here. So I'm going to actually focus on the West, I think, and that's going to be at 2. So that will start lower, but the share price is going to start at 20. There.
Yeah, that worked out real well earlier.
That's actually a fair point. But the difference here is I'm going to start the game, and I'm going to be able to
Not gonna be able to
fair.
purchase your own stock. That's for sure.
That's actually, that's interesting. So I could actually buy another yellow.
At 20.
Not at 20.
20?
Yeah. If you part at 12, you could buy another yellow.
Right. That's what. I hadn't
That's
thought
not
about
a way to
this.
make. That's not a way to make friends, though.
Remember, remember, not a team game.
The difference here is I know I'm going to be able to buy a share, whether it's blue or green, which means blue or green will then be a public company, right?
Yep.
And you know what? It's not. Let's go and put that at
Yourself into
16. Lessons learned. This way, you fellas can join in the yellow party, and even though it dilutes the share value, it actually makes it to where it's a public company, and I have found that to be beneficial. So that said,
Yeah,
I think
public company seems good.
yeah, it definitely does. So I think that's how we're going to do it. And now we begin the game in earnest. So we start with me. Here we go. So I will go ahead and buy 1 share. I have $12. Blue or yellow?
Blue or green?
That's what I meant. Thank you. Let's go blue, I guess, for no particular reason. So that's going to be a 10. So this $12 will go into green's coffers there. I will take a share, and now blue is the first public company. Blue can now lay track. Nothing else can lay track as of this moment. So what happens? Nothing else. Boom, done. That's the end of my turn. So then we go over to Ken. Go for it.
I'm gonna talk out loud here for a sec.
Yeah.
So this game has a lot of weird edges to it, and here's one of them. So blue, if I buy it, it'll be pretty diluted. It will also force Adam to take an action in blue.
And why is
If I
that?
buy
Explain
green,
that. Hold on. Why would that force Adam to take an action in blue?
Because
He
if he
doesn't have
buys
any-
green, I have a choice.
yeah, he doesn't have any money.
I
So
understand.
all he can do
could
is pass, or he can
Right.
pass, sure. I mean, I guess I don't think he's gonna pass.
Right.
I'm not going to pass. No.
Right.
So, so I can ensure myself lower dividends, but guarantee that I buy the right stock, or take a chance on green. And I think I'm going to buy blue. So
You
I'm
can
gonna
buy both.
I could buy both, but I think what I'm actually going to do instead is to buy blue and red.
All right. So a moment now, if I may. Blue is at 12. And also, I want to point out, I bought blue. Doesn't affect the share price. Nothing happens here. So
But it does increase blue's coffers.
it does. Fact. So you said blue and red. So that's going to be 12 and 16 respectively for 28, which leaves him that magical $4 that he must have to put either into blue or red's coffers. So
Yep.
here's what's going to happen real quick. A moment. Let me go and make change. All right. So it's going to be 12. I'll clean it up later. 12. Check that. Hold on. 16. Sorry.
Yep.
Got it. I knew what I meant. And then the 4 extra bucks. Ken, your honor. Which do you want?
Which one has more in their coffers currently?
That looks like 32. That looks like 30, 40.
Okay, let's go.
32,
Let's go.
40.
I'll put it in red since red is less.
Right. There we go. So that money is there. I will clean all that up later once we get rolling. I'm not too worried about it. I suppose you want your shares.
Yes, please.
Okay, fine. Now, that is his turn. However, take a look at the player aid.
Yep.
So, built 2 shares. What happens? Advanced timing cube. Okay. Bloop. Done. All right. Adam.
All right, so since we're coming up so rapidly on dividends, I'm going to go ahead and do a double build with blue. And I'm going to take the connection from Kazan to Yekaterinburg.
That was
and
beautiful.
then the connection from that city that I just named to Omsk.
Right there. So that's going to be a double build. We'll work on the money in a minute, but one thing at a time. 3 and 4 is going to be a total of 7 bumps on the income track. So let's do that first. 7 bumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and ding, 7. Yeah. So a moment now before we move anything. Now, because he is building 2 links, advance the timing cube and increase the stock value. So let's do that first, and I'll come back to the money in a second. Increase there and increase blue because built 2 rails. And then ding, that got, so blue makes it up to there. Now we need to figure out the cash. So the cash here for Adam, now I shouldn't say Adam, for the blue company, because that's who built it, we take a look. 2 links is 12 and did not have to jump anything, so it's going to be 12 bucks out of the company coffers. Oh, hey, look at that. There's that 12 bucks. That goes into the bank, and boom, done. So now we are now over here to Michael, which, hey, Michael, you want to play?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I liked Ken's move there. That was my plan, but as it's his gambit, I guess it's his rules.
Do the same thing in green and yellow.
Well, I'm gonna see. Here's my thought process. Yellow, my thought was to jump into yellow. I'm not a huge fan of going west because, yeah.
Come on, man.
I've done that, but I have faith in you that you can run this better than I can.
Thank you.
So I'm definitely going to purchase into the yellow. And then green, I will also buy a green share as well because I'm guessing 2 shares is better than 1.
So I hear, provided they survive.
Correct.
All right, so we have yellow and green. That's going to be, again, 32 bucks. So let me make change. So that is 16 to yellow and then 14. A moment. So leaving a buck there. Actually, it'll be there. So that'll be 16. Oy vey, this shouldn't be this hard. 14 and then ends up 2 more. All right, well, that's always good to read. All right, so yellow, there's the 16. Green is getting 12. There. So now the bonus 4 bucks, who's getting it?
Let's give it to green.
All right, so green gets it. So it's going to be 5 there. There we go. All right. Some of those were stacked, by the way. Eric, I appreciate good looking out. So that was, keep in mind, 2 shares. So what happens by 2 shares? You get it. Boom. Told you. The player aid basically teaches the game and just runs the game. So it's really nice, you know, from my point of view. Rob, would you like to join us?
Just real quick, did nothing happen to the stock with a double purchase?
Correct.
No.
No.
Right. Okay.
Just
I keep
advance
getting
the
that
timing
confused.
cube.
Right. Oh, right. Okay. So
Timing cube.
Yeah,
being
so
the
many
one
other
that-
games where like the stock would go up if you purchased it, but
Exactly, and that's
Yeah.
it's hard to kind of readjust your thinking.
Yeah.
But here, do what it says.
yeah.
So legitimately, like the player aid was perfect. I don't know that I would change anything on it.
Well, I could double down on red, which we haven't seen anyone do that early yet.
That would make you the controller of red, which would make Ken's purchase of red sadly poor.
No, you know, I'll take some dividends, but I wouldn't be able to help improve.
Yeah, we would be able to build. That's the problem.
Exactly.
So we're gonna.
I mean, we would, but only on your turn.
Yeah, no, that's not good. Okay, good.
Oh, and real
So-
quick, Rob, before you start, I should point out, now that that green is built, all 4 companies are public companies. So keep that in mind, okay?
Yeah.
Nobody's going backwards this round, is what you're
Correct.
I guess I'll. Who's in this? I don't know. Or I could build. Ah, do I buy a share or
Right,
build?
because there's a red,
Um,
right? So
Yeah. Just want to get started building, I think. Yeah, okay. I'm going to build red south out of Moscow, the Samara track.
okay, south out of Moscow. So red, building 1 or 2.
2,
Okay,
Samara, and then
Samara for 3 there for the bump, and then
Chelyabinsk.
okay, and it must extend from here because going this way, right? So right there. So that's going to be a bump of 6. 1, 2, 6. Nothing else there. However, because again, do what the player aid says. Events timing cube, increase the stock market. All right. So there is where red is going to get a bump, and timing cube. 1 more, and then we pause the game and do all of that meat right down there. And done. Oh, I probably ought to pay for the track. That would be good too. So $12 from red. So there's a bunch stacked up here. And I'm just going to help take some of my change there. So there's 24 left. And there we go. All right.
Yeah, James.
All right.
No. Okay. She was up at 5, she said, though.
Yellow or blue?
She was up at 5. We'll see. You leaving now?
5
Love you.
for yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it is a bump. It's got a lot of money in it. And I like Michael. That'll work. All right, let's build some yellow. Now, point out, just quick reminder, we each have 1 share of yellow. Ergo, both of us can build yellow as of right now, right? So,
Yeah.
going to build 2 track for yellow. Do not have to. Could build 1, but I like 2. So, yeah. We're going to extend. You know what? That's kind of interesting. We could go 1 there, 1 there for a total of 5 bumps. No matter what, if I'm building 2, it looks like... It looks like no... Oh, that is not a true statement. You know what? Let's be a little underhanded. I kind of like this. This would be fun. All right. I like 6 bumps better than I like 5 bumps. So how can I get 6 bumps? Well, let's follow this line. Jump. Belomorsk, right there for 3. It must extend from there. And you know what? I appreciate the sub base that is there in Murmansk. So let's go ahead and go visit it, shall we? So
Glory
that's
to
gonna
Rome.
$6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A moment. All right, and we're off and running. What was that, Michael, about going west? What? Psych! All right.
You went north. I'm appreciative of
See,
north.
hey, all right, just saying. All right, so now let's take a look. I built 2 links, so it's $12 plus 1 jumped link to red. So it's going to be $12 out of the 14 all day, 12 to the bank, 2 to red, right? So that is from yellow. So it's going to be 14 all day. I need to be very careful with these. There we go. So it's going to be 1 back to it. So then 2 of it goes to red. 1, and that'll be a nickel. All right. So now, in addition to that, we've already taken care of this. We've paid the money, but then what happens? Timing cube, stock. All right, it's timing cube. Boom, and boom. So this happened. So what happens? I'm going to take this and move it over onto my player board as a reminder, hey, I did it. And then dividends. So because we are streaming this remote and I'm doing everything, it's a lot easier for me to do it this way and just follow along. I will spell this out the very first time, but I will not every time. So I'm
And
just
those
going
greens have a big payout. Ooh.
as I look at these color-wise, so yellow's at 8. There are 2 shares, $4 a piece. And I recommend, just like in an 18XX, taking all 4 or taking the money and putting it on the shares so that you know that it has been paid already. Yellow is paid out. Blue is at 10. There are 3 shares. That's 3 and change. You know what that means? That's $4 a piece. So
Go Big Blue.
Huh?
I said, let's go Big Blue.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm in a groove. I apologize. Sorry. So that's $4 there and $4 there. I took $1 back to make a nickel there. Done. So then we're looking at red. Red is at 9. 2 shares. That's a nickel a piece. Boom, boom, done. Then what doesn't have money on it? Greens. Green, $3. That's $1.50 a share. Hey, could have been a contender. There we go. Boom, done. So that is paying stock prices. I'm sorry, paying dividends. Now, check for a phase shift. So, are any company at 48 or higher? The answer is no. So, no phase shift. Okay, cool, good. All right. So, adjust the stock prices. Okay, what does that look like? I told you, whatever company, public company that is the highest or tied to the highest increases 1. So
No,
all of those.
it's the payout value.
Highest income?
Highest income. Blue has the highest income. It's the only one that gets a bump.
Oh God, did I screw that up? I believe you. Trust but verify. Let me make sure. And if so, great catch. Stock adjustment, highest income, checks out. So in that case, blue, moving on up. Now, all of these are public companies. If one of these or multiple were private companies, they would all go back. Those private companies would move back, but alas, we do not have to worry about that. All right, so stock prices adjusted. Advance the marker cube on the dividends track. So we just paid dividends. Boop, done. Game end? Are we here? No. Is anything there? No. Moving on. Advance the marker 1 space on nationalization track. Okay, so what does that mean? When we get into phase 2, if anything is equal to or lower at this point, then it gets nationalized. Not something to sweat yet, but something to very much be aware of. Then, return the marker cube to the 0 on the timing track. I'll do that in a minute. And then phase shift occurs. Boom, done, right? But there isn't one, so good. All right, so I did that. So that means Ken will actually begin. That goes back to the top. But before we do this, every time before Ken takes his turn or whoever triggers it, I'm just going to spread out the money so everybody can see. That's a nickel. That's a nickel. And we have a total of, you know what? Hold on. I'm using this one. That will go there. And that'll be 21 over here. Très bien. Ken, your honor.
All right. I think I can get a triple jump out of red this time.
Going south?
Yeah. So I'm, another train line I like besides red is also blue. So I'm going to kick a couple of bucks to my friends over at blue. And we're going to hop over that Chelyabinsk to Omsk route.
Okay, a moment, if you will. Let me show y'all. Go ahead and bring this out. Now that we are extending and now that everybody has seen that, we're going to use this view from now on over on the left side. Okay?
And we're going to go from Omsk to Barnaul.
Okay,
Barnaul to Abakan. Yep.
I keep talking too much. I apologize. So
all good.
That's 6 bumps for red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be 2 here. And then it's going to move that and get a bump because 2 tracks. So there's the bump for 2 track, bump, bump for the 2 black spots over there. And now we actually have to pay for the track. And again, the track is going to be $12, 14 out of the coffers, 2 of which to blue, right? Yep. So 14 here. 1 back to blue. So red has 12 and 2 to blue. So that's going to actually be 30 in there. Here we go. And that is done. That's Ken. Here.
Wow, I was gonna, actually make green get some money, but now I think I gotta get blue moving because red just had a big jump.
That was significant.
Yeah. Oh boy. All right. So yeah.
Can we afford to have another dog stock though? Like, can we really afford to leave one behind? I don't know.
Well, see, that's the thing, Michael. I'm hoping that you'll do something with green.
Putting the onus on Michael.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's what I heard
now
just
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I as much as I want to move green to that lovely little 4 bump below
I don't think you
Ceratol,
want to that badly.
not as bad as I want to keep up with the Joneses, the red Joneses, and go the double jump or double build with blue from Omsk to Novosibirsk, and then on to Krasnoyarsk.
Okay, now, you are free to do as you wish, but as a shareholder of blue, I would just like to point out, okay?
Oh, I see. Yep. I'm already reconsidering, but go ahead.
What I'm talking about. So blue is already here, so could build there for 6, right? Or pay $4 to jump, and oh hi, how you doing? And that's an 8 right there. Or 5 and 8 to come down to Irkutsk, because everybody knows that from Risk, right? Anyway, yeah.
That would be something.
Or I mean, could single jump and then build here for the external link for 5 as well. I'm just throwing ideas out, right? Showing options.
Yep.
And it could also come up this way, et cetera, right? Or come back this way, et cetera.
You haven't mentioned an option that I don't like yet, so I would co-sign any of those.
So the option of taking the really big crossroads bump of 5 is tempting, and that's a double payout for a double jump on red. But the offboard is also 5, and that's only a single payout. But because purple is a double modifier, it's the same amount of money going to red.
$4 to red either way.
It's literally the same price. Oh.
The thing is, with blue,
roughly the same value, but yeah, which one gives you the most future value? Probably is part of that.
Right. I would say the crossroads gives them the most future value because red may want to cross over that, whereas the offboard leaves red to just keep going, which makes it even harder to pay for the jumps for blue. So I will take the crossroads, and I'll go north from Bratsk to Ustkut.
All right, that's going to be a total of 8 jumps. So a moment on that. 8 is, they are counting by singles, right? So that's to 18. That's going to be 1 jump. That's going to be another jump for this. So there's 2. It's going to be 1 on dividends. And now we have to figure out how much.
And the bump for the double. Oh, yeah. Double buy. Yeah. Never mind. So it should
here,
be
2 links, 12, 2 jumps, 4. So it's going to be 16 all day, 4 of which to red. So 16 from blue. And then it's going to be 4 to red, which is going to be another nickel, taking 1 back. And then it'll be 4. Oops, get back. I told you I was going to decimate Mermanx. All right, so we did the advanced timing cube, advanced, paid, done. Michael.
Well, geez, green. Regrets. I've got regrets. I even do the extra $4 in the green, like thinking, okay, you know what? And
yeah, I mean, there's 32 bucks.
Green's got lots of potential. It just,
Yeah,
someone's going to have to
whatever.
do it.
The Russian
Whatever.
government's looking at that treasury and looking at shops.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it
It's just free money. I mean, literally, for the love of beans and rice. It's not even worth the glory to Rome. I mean, that's the whole part about this.
It's so bad.
I mean,
Did we move it? Is the timing track in the right spot?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I triggered, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Ken?
yeah. It's just been 2. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that's a good way to be able to check it, right?
Yep. Exactly.
I don't see a way of saving green, but I'm loath again
Well,
to use to let.
I'm
it just
looking
do
to buy a
nothing.
stock.
Oh, hold on.
Well,
Hold on.
I'm looking to buy a stock, and if you double jumped green or got green moving, then maybe we can save it. I don't know.
That's
Well,
what I was
gonna-
saying. The green, like the good move would be the 4 right below Saratov, because that opens up 2 4 off boards.
That was the whole idea originally before you guys went bonkers and did what you guys did. But we'll still do that. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Let's go Saratov to Orsk for the 4,
Okay.
and then
Just
I
wait till next
guess-
time. Just wait till do the off boards in future turns.
The only downside to that is
You got to get it moving.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, and a single doesn't help the stock price at all.
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah, no, there's extra money in there, so we'll go ahead and spend it. Even though it's only a 2, we will go ahead and move that up to Chelyabinsk.
Okay, so that is going to be from here now connected and then there. So that's going to be a total of 6 all day. 6, 3 is 9. That's still no jump there. However, bump for building 2. And again, 2 links, no jumps. It's going to be a total of $12 for green. Boom. Don't drop it. There we go. Done. All right, so that was here. I heard word on the street was
I'm shopping.
It's an investor.
I'm shopping
Investors in
around.
town.
Want to see what's going on. Question is,
he just said I was in the market. He didn't say he was buying. Just in the market.
You don't have 40.
Question is-
You can't buy. You can't buy 2.
No.
He's got $21.
Oh, yeah, that's not 40.
I can buy a yellow or a green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question is Edward likely to give up on yellow a little bit here?
Probably not.
Are you feeling the blue too much?
No. Are you kidding me?
But I like the yellow. Should I get into the game?
Let me fix that. What do you think?
I'm gonna get. What is that? I'm gonna get something different.
So while Rob's thinking, everybody at home, are you all able to follow along? Is it making sense? Are you enjoying the stream so far? If so, give it a thumb down below, subscribe. Patreon.com/heavy cardboard. Just saying, if y'all are enjoying it, certainly would appreciate the support, y'all. A couple bucks goes a long way. Many hands make.
Yep, I'll buy yellow.
I,
buy yellow.
I didn't
it's
know
a
where to
poor
go with
choice.
that. All right, so
You
yellow.
could have saved the green. You could have been the savior.
Yellow is going to be 20 into the
They're
coffers.
both kind of dogs at the moment.
So hold
I
on.
was going to say,
Black-
yellow may need some saving as well.
I don't know. It's got quite a lot of money right there.
It
It's got
does.
42 rubles. So there we go. Okay. So
And see
there,
Edward's next.
back here. Nobody's buying shares at this point. 8, 9, 6, 6, 1. So we're done buying shares for a little bit. Nothing happens because it was a single share. So, let's go
You
ahead
can
and
get a double.
Blue. Let's go big blue.
You can get a double bump on yellow by going to an external.
Oh, I'm building yellow. Don't worry.
Come on. Blue's where it's at.
Cheap double bump.
So what I'm thinking is I'm looking at these 4s for externals. I can't reach them this turn, right? And I can't extend both this one and that one, unfortunately, because again, when you build the second one, it must extend from the city that you just added to it. So that's kind of unfortunate. However, what I could do, and I think what I will do, is I hear you, fellow yellow investors, but I think this is more prudent long-term, or maybe short-term, I'm not sure. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go from Oriol to Voronezh for 2. And then we'll go ahead and bust out that 3 from Voronezh to Rostov-na-Donu. Donu? Go with it. So that is going to be a total of 5 all day. So that's a double build, and 5 is 13. Cross that, that's going to get 2 bumps. That's going to be here. And because it was a double link, that's going to be $12. We're okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And now, on that note, before I say I'm done, that 5 external is now available to us. And in addition to that, one more regular build, the 2 to 2, gets that 4. Or we could do a 2 to 2 to get both of those if we want to be able to then unlock that one. I think there's some flexibility here with yellow. I'm okay with that. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So, Ken, go for it.
16 in the red coffers, right? Is that what I'm reading?
In red, there is 16, yes. And let me answer something in chat real quick.
Yep.
Your vol, this is an external. This spot is an external because it's connected. So yes, and I explained that during the teach. I understand. You're fine. All right, so Ken, take it away.
So I think I want to do a double build with red. Really like to get it to an uneven number so we get that extra sweet dollar. I'd rather be a 21 than a 20. And so what I think we're going to do is build from Omsk to Novosibirsk, and then from Novosibirsk to Krasnoyarsk.
Okay, so coming out from here, there, and there, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or da, right? Sorry. 6. All right, so 6 to 21. That'll be 1 bump, double build, 2 bumps, boom, 2 bumps, and then dividends in a moment. But red needs the pay, didn't do any jumps. That's going to be $12. That'll be
perhaps short-sighted, leaving us with slightly light coffers, but
slightly light. $4. That's an interesting take on that. Slightly light. All right, so that was Ken that triggered it. Boom, dividends.
Woo!
And here we go. So first things first, pay dividends. Let's go through it. Here we go again. So yellow is at 13 divided by 3. That sounds like, what, a nickel each? Rounded up. Done. Blue is at, I need to not put these on the center. 18 divided by 3 sounds like 6. And there you go. That's for blue. Red is at 21. 21 divided by 2 sounds like $11 a piece. Well done, you terrible human beings. Okay. And green, 4, or I'm sorry, 9. It's a nickel a piece.
yeah, not so bad.
Not so bad. All right. Dividends done. Phase shift? Nope. Nothing's at 48. Although we are getting close. Okay.
Especially after this adjust stock prices.
Correct. Because adjust stock price now. Who's highest? Rahul. So.
Boo.
Now, I do want to point out, if red was already here and it had reached 48, it still would not cause a phase shift because we've already checked for the phase shift here. So it doesn't happen again then. So adjust the marker cube on the dividends track. Hey, we pay dividends. Boom. Third of the way through the game. And picking up steam. Game end? Nope. Nationalize, 1 space, up. Okay, so now everything but red is in theoretical danger from there. And then we're all set. Boom, done. So let me clean up the money. So here is going to start. All right, so what are we looking at? We're looking at 19 over here. What do we have? 10, 20, 25, 26, 26. A moment. Just makes it a whole lot easier. Then over here, we're looking at 17. And here we're looking at 17. And I did it again over here.
17 or 16?
16. Sorry, you're right. Thank you. Keep me honest. Because I promise you, they're honest mistakes. Just running 5 tableaus. There, and then over here, we're also at 17. I would like to point out, 16 will get you a green. Just saying. So, triggered here. Adam, your honor.
All right. It's going to be one shy of that elusive triple jump, but I'm going to double build with blue. And heaven help me here. From Ustkut to Nizhneyangarsk.
Beautiful. I love the emphasis.
To Tinda.
All right, so that's going to be 7 all day right there.
Wish it was 8, but yeah, 7.
7 to 25. Whoop, that's 1, and then double bump because that. So, boop, there. That comes down, and double build, no jumps. That's going to be $12 out of blue. And blue is done building for the foreseeable future as well.
My learning at this point is that all this quick rising stock is probably a mistake.
Yeah.
I tried to say that during our last game.
I know. Like it's just now it's those companies are broke. What are you going to do? No,
yeah, because you ain't buying shares.
Also,
Well then,
when
Michael
we
can do.
get to your turn, I do have a suggestion.
Well, what
Okay.
Michael can do now is Michael can run the green and jump over some blue.
Right.
Although I don't know why he'd want to, but he could, and that would put some money into the coffers.
Exactly.
There is zero emphasis in using things and
Just
putting
saying
money
it was
into blue.
true.
Yeah, it's certainly true. I'm much more likely to use yellow for that purpose than I would be for blue.
And Michael, let me just be the first to say, I support that decision.
I thought you would be a like
team player,
mine.
man. Team player. All right.
All right. Let me see here. I'm again, green is a dog. There's no getting around it, but at this point I'm committed to this dog and pony show.
Some good options right now, though. It's got those off boards. It's going to give it some real big jumps.
Yep. Well, the only thing with the off board is it's just the one, and
No, there's 2.
no, I'm just the one build.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it does give you the one jump automatic like a double
Correct,
build
yeah.
would, though, right?
So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do that. We're going to build just the one into Astrakhan.
Okay, so right here.
Yep.
Okay, so that's going to be a 4. So a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I do want to, since I think this is the first external we've done, correct? So,
Yep.
Correct.
all right, so it is going to be an external. So we're going to do exactly as if you had built 2 links. So get that. So this will advance, and then 1 for the external and 1 for crossing, 2. But then let's take a look at the cost. The external is 8 and did not have to jump anything, so it's just $8. 12 left. So 4, 2, 12, 30.
So Rob, if you build over those 2 red spots and give red $4, then I can
Do an off-board for
build
5.
with red on my turn. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be huge for red. I hate you for it, but it's there.
Now, where are you thinking of those?
The off-board by
Chelyabinsk?
Yeah,
By
if you
Bernal.
build from
Oh, the
Chelyabinsk
off-board.
if you build from Chelyabinsk to Katerin, or I think that works, right? If you build from Chelyabinsk to Greenberg with yellow, you'll have to spend 2 red.
I see
to
where
get
you're
there.
looking. Okay, so for folks.
And then I can build the Barnaul external.
So what you're saying, and it is the cheapest. So you're saying if you want to, from here, basically from Moscow,
Yeah.
jump, build here, and then something else, be it that one.
Oh,
that
yeah,
one.
no, I was saying to build from Chelyabinsk to Ekaterinburg and jump over red.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it backwards. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
not do the external. I thought because the external's a
Well,
full
then,
jump.
and then when it's my turn, I can do the red. I will have enough money in red to do the external.
Red can't afford it. Red has $4 right now.
Right.
He's saying if you put $4 into red by jumping twice.
Yeah.
Now here's an even crazier idea, which is I can do the 4 jump. Can I not?
You
Yeah.
can do whatever you want. I
Right,
think.
and that would be jumping 3 reds. That might be crazy. It would be also giving $2 to blue, which is kind of nothing.
Wait. What do you mean jumping the 3 reds?
So where
I'm just making sure that doesn't break a rule.
Where,
that's
Jump
legal.
the 2 reds, jump the blue, jump the red, all the way to that 5 external.
Oh yeah, oh my god,
With yellow?
yeah.
Yeah,
With
okay,
yellow.
So hold on. So,
So
what
in
you're
order
saying,
to do it, yeah.
look, from Moscow, because that's where you're connected,
right.
jump, 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 jump. So that's 3 red, 1 blue, build for yellow.
Remember
That
that
is-
the jumps are double the price with the externals. So
Oh.
Yes,
you'd be
please do
getting red.
that.
Yeah.
That's
You'd be
$20
getting red
for
you'd
yellow.
be- red would get $12 and blue would get 4.
And it would cost
And there's
yellow
the $4. Then there's the $8 for the build.
$20.
Yeah.
Right? 1, 2, 3,
24.
4. Oh no, God,
Right.
that's 24. That's gross. That's
Do it.
Yeah,
terrible human.
it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Do it.
Come
on.
What
It'd be
is
exciting.
yellow's money? What is yellow's money? I mean, it would be like
30.
pretty.
I think
You can
that's
afford
I
it.
think that's kind of awesome, honestly, and I think that's funny.
As a shareholder in red, I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
know. I do
very awesome.
love
it.
like what red.
It's amazingly good for red. It actually helps blue do at least one more thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
And yellow hates
Wow.
it, but that's pretty damn clever.
I'm helping all these blue shareholders, which I don't love.
Yeah, but
Not
you're
really.
really helping red.
$4 only lets us lay 1 more cube. That's it. That's not big, but it gives red the ability to lay 4 more.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so a moment. Let me take care of the money first. All right, so I'm going to pay it. It's going to have $6 left over when it's all said and done. So now let's go ahead and show that again. So yellow is going from Moscow where it's connected. Jump red for 4, jump red for 8, jump blue for 4, jump red for 12, and there. So red gets 12 out of the money that was just paid and 4 to blue. So a moment. So here for blue. And then I said 12. That'll make 15. I mean, glory to Rome for that, but that's kind of awesome at the same time, right?
Oh, hell yes. Glory to
So
Rome.
a moment. Okay, I heard another. So there's another.
I was just waiting. I was just
Okay. Good looking out. All right. So yellow gets 5 to 18. So it's going to get 1. And then because it's an external, it's going to get 2. So it does help yellow, but not really the way we wanted it to help. And that's going to advance that one right there. Yeah. So there you go. And that's done. And
I think that was the
Rob?
Louisiana Purchase of train games right there. I'm pretty sure that was.
I don't know. That might have been terrible, but we'll see. Pulling
that was-
levers.
If nothing else, that was entertaining. You're.
I mean, that's the move you make, but when you don't have a yellow stock, you're like going,
yeah, right.
which in this game you can't do, but you know. to
Oh
each
no,
their
no.
own.
Actually, you can. You can be like Ken and be like. Well, all
I
right.
did like that. I was a fan.
I have $19. I'm pretty sure 19 is not 24. Last I checked. Well, I have $6 at my disposal, whether it's blue or whether it's yellow. And on that note, so what can I do with $6?
Did we move forward the timing?
I
'Cause
did.
That should have been a timing move.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, Michael's move was a timing move too. Wasn't it?
Yeah, because it was off board, external.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that I've moved this correctly.
Yeah, because it was double build. Then it was.
And 2 external builds.
Michael did a
So there's
external.
3.
Then yeah, it's 4. It should
Oh,
be
it
a
should
little
be a
lower.
4.
Should it be?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a
All right.
double build, an external build, an external build.
My bad. Okay. All right.
Good catch.
Okay. So now what the hell? What was that? Oh, right. So there is $6. So a single link with a single jump is all I could do, or pass. So
Pass would pay dividends.
that is a fact, but I hate the idea of getting dividends and then everybody else be able to buy shares before me. Hey, Goose Arena. All right, so yellow or blue, what do we want to do? One build with a single jump, and it cannot be an external. Yellow would absolutely like a 2 bump. That's kind of nice.
Where's that? How's that possible?
Because 1, 2.
Well, it's just a single bump, though, right?
Yeah, but it's still a bump.
Yeah, it's a bump's
better
a
than
bump.
no
Sure,
bump.
sure, yeah.
Okay.
Bump is a bump, a bump, a bump.
All right. So let's see.
The only reason to pass to pay dividends is because if you don't, Ken's gonna make red surpass blue before the dividends, and I don't like that.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see.
Yeah, sure.
The other idea that I have is I could use blue to jump over yellow to move $2 over to yellow. So something over here. So coming from Moscow through Oryol to right there in Bryansk.
Oh, you could. That would be so annoying.
Well, then I'm going to rally around that one. Yes.
Yeah,
At this point.
I kind of like that. And that also helps blue get a bump as well. Let's do it. So that's going to be $6. So 2 of which will go over to yellow. So there's that.
What are you doing?
And the blue will come from Moscow through Oryol and come over here to Bryansk. And so that'll be 2 for blue. Jump. There. And done because that was a single.
That's a glory to Rome for me. That's
all right. I'm
On the bright side, you'll be tied for the highest income.
I don't want to be tied. I want to win it.
all right. So done. Ken.
Oh, it's red time for sure.
No. You want to pass or buy a stock.
Buying a stock is an interesting idea. I have a decent amount of money, but still not enough to actually buy a stock, though.
Oh no, you can. You can buy green. It's 24.
I said a stock.
He's in a stock.
Are green considered a stock at this point? Okay,
penny
so
Damn, that was
definitely double moving with red.
Oh
We'll take
no, come on.
The southern route and pay blue $2 to go from Irkutsk to Ulan-Ude and from Ulan-Ude to Chita.
all right. So it's going to be 6 bumps for Rojo to 27, and double build. That's going to be 2. 1, 2. Bing. Just want to point that out. Okay.
Bing, indeed.
And now, so that was again. That was 2 links and a jump to blue. So it's going to cost 14 and $2 to blue. So $1 back, $2 to blue. And dividends.
Who's ready to buy some black and white stocks?
All right. Yep.
It sounds like you might be.
So here we go. Pay dividends. Step 1. Okay, let's do it. All right, so yellow is, again, in the centers. Edward. There we go. 18. 18 divided by 3 sounds like 6. Feel like a croupier real quick. All right, then blue. Blue is at 27. 27 divided by 3. I'm pretty sure that's 9. So that's going to be a dime, buck back, a dime, buck back, and a dime, buck back. Done. Let me move that out of the way. All right. So then we're looking at red. Red is at 27. 27 divided by 2, 14 rounded up. Don't have change. There, 14. That'll be 15. You know what? That'll be 6. So that's 20. And you know what? What the hell? That'll be a nickel for both those. All right. Then we have green. Green at 13. Rounded 6.5. That'll be $7 a piece. And we'll just straight up do 7. All right. Done with dividends. Now, check for a phase shift. If yes, immediately hold the second auction. Well, boom. Here we go. So now
Move
a
the
moment.
Move the phase marker. Oh.
Black will come out. White will come out. This works identical to the original auction with one difference. When a company starts, meaning whenever one of these is purchased, it can build anywhere on the board that is already connected to an existing line without paying any jumps. It just goes out there. It cannot be an external link though, however. All right? Tom would like to chime in and say, I will say that this part, when it's about to shift to phase 2 and terrible things start happening, is my favorite part. Sicko, and I love it, Tom. All right. So we're going to have an auction. The auction starts with whoever triggered it. Ken triggered it. We start with the black share because we always go left to right. Red, blue, green, right, earlier. So black, minimum bid is $8. Auction works the exact same way. Game on. Ken, you're up.
I need to know how much total money I have.
Oh, fine. Details. All right. Actually, everybody probably ought to go through this in a moment. I realized I should have done that.
All right, while this is happening, Tom, never change.
All right. So 34 for me. 49 for...
Oh, that's disgusting. Woo.
49. Huh.
That is 28. So 29.
Buy a blue.
Yeah. 28.
Wait,
We're looking
28?
at
Greens are 20s?
25s.
So
25s.
that's 33 then.
25, 35,
No.
45, 46, 47, 48, 49.
Yeah, but for me, you said 28.
33.
Okay, 33, my bad. Sorry.
All right.
I knew what I meant. And provided I didn't just screw this up, that's 29 over here. And that'll be 37 over there. That's where everyone's at.
Wow.
And, oh, by the way, there's only 3 black and 3 white, I should point out.
I really don't know. I mean, it's probably worth 8. just for the mischief possibilities.
Probably worth 8. Oh, God.
It's kind of like the black train in Chicago Express. I'm not sure it's really all that worth it at this point. I don't know.
Well, the key thing is,
I think it's almost by definition going to get nationalized.
Well, the key thing is, right, we're close enough to the Vladivostok, which can make big jumps. It's just, can you do it before the nationalization is going to happen? And that's where it gets real tricky.
To be clear, nationalization will not happen this dividend round, but it will start happening next dividend round. Okay?
Right.
Yep.
And it will potentially happen a lot next dividend round.
I'm looking at the horizon. Yeah. Current bid's 8. Is that what you said?
I didn't say it because I, with that money, I could also buy a blue.
I fully support this plan.
Not right now, but as your next action all the way back around.
Eventually, I could buy a blue, right? Which doesn't seem like the craziest idea.
Seems solid to me.
I pass. I'm going to let somebody else
all right,
wrangle
so
this
minimum
steer.
bid is 8. Same rules apply. If everybody passes, buy black.
And it increases
we bump-
nationalization.
And we
3
increase
spaces.
nationalization 3 times.
So, in support of such a ridiculous thing happening, I will also pass.
Michael just. That was the thought bubble, Michael.
You people. I swear.
What do you mean, you people?
You people. I can't let it just be gobbled up by the
Why?
Russian government because
You want to chase bad money, good money after bad?
at this point, what else do I have to do?
I mean, he's got a point there.
I mean, 8 to me may get through. It may get through. And if it gets through, can I bump it up fast enough? And the answer is probably no.
Well,
Did you just
now
say
remember,
8?
if
I
you
did
get
say
it,
8.
if you get it, you're thinking like, will I have enough actions? Will I be able to get it bumped up?
16 would put
Ken
it there.
is saying he wants to buy a share of blue. I would probably want to buy a share of blue so that I can also control blue. So that's 2 non-bump turns.
A moment. Black cannot build track unless there are 2 shares built
2, yeah.
or
Right.
bought.
Yep.
Another fun detail.
Just
For black.
Just wanted to float that out there before anybody gets nuts. So
Yeah, that
pass,
didn't kill me
pass.
last time.
No, not at all.
All right. Well, now that Adam has spoken, I now am having flashbacks of that earlier game, and I too shall pass.
Oh. Well, but if we do that to white 2, it'll go up 6 times.
Checks out, buddy.
So, like, we have a vested interest.
No, we don't. Unless you got a mouse in your pocket.
Well, no, but like,
I
He's
have a lot of
already
animals in this
passed.
house. No mouse. No mouse.
what?
Nope.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I do care deeply about the fate of blue and red. Those other
Well,
trades
I know-
I could give a damn about.
Yeah. But I mean, blue could be threatened a little bit by.
Oh, God.
could be.
Everything is threatened.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we could sink the whole shit by letting that
Oh,
nationalization.
and that's
You
glorious.
guys wanted to rock the boat. Rock the boat. Let that
Well-
one just die in flames, and then we can fight over white and let that die in flames as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is like let's feel the burn with white. So I'll pass as well. Yeah.
Goodbye. All right, so here's what happens. Here's black. Here's black.
Plus, it forces Ken and Adam to at least think about buying a stop, because otherwise, this is
And
yeah.
1, 2, 3. A moment. Let's reset. White is now in the exact predicament that black was. Ken, you're up. Except if white passes, that will end up here. Things get a little more tense.
So, blue still costs $44 a share, right?
I'm pretty sure it hasn't changed.
Pass.
But it is going to bump before it gets back to action. So it will be at 48.
Fact, because when we get there, those are
Right.
So
Oh,
pass.
and do I have 48?
I don't know. Do you? Yes, you do.
You have 49.
Huh.
He says, "Huh."
Oh,
I mean, you got to come with all the money. Like, you can't afford to not. But here's the problem. If
If no one else comes, you're buying yourself.
well, yeah, if you buy 32 and nobody else invests in that,
yep.
it's not going. It's going the way of the dodo.
So this is that fun little zone where I it's not a team game, but as Michael, as my immediate follow, if I price this in such a way that you can buy a share, will you work with me to make sure that it gets the most that it can go?
I would like to point out nothing is binding. Verbally.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
nothing's
and-
binding here.
Yeah, and Adam,
He could absolutely say, of course I will. Then he gets his turn and goes, no, I'm not doing that.
See, here's where I may, but I will point out that last time we did the practice run, I kind of just did that with Edward, and then I just kind of like, I'm gonna go down there instead.
Oh, I didn't remember.
So I I'm trustworthy in real life. Here, if you buy, I feel like I'm the odd man out in this game, but if you buy a share, I guarantee you I will at least think about it.
Hey, Adam, if you buy a share, I'll think about it too.
Hey, Adam, me too.
All right. I absolutely pooped the bed last time. So I'm gonna poop the bed again this time. No, don't you lower that. Don't you lower that. I will bid like a moron, like a fool. I will bid 28.
I feel like that's going on his gravestone. 28 is the
Whoa.
current bid. Michael.
Wow.
I did say I think about buying a share.
You have 29, to be clear.
Yeah, I pass.
Yeah, you did the dirty work for me. I passed.
It's all you.
Oh boy, this will not kill me at all.
Good news.
Adam, I mean, that's the best you could hope for. You had to hope, if you're going to bid that, you had to win it. Otherwise, no one else is jumping over top of you doesn't do any of us any good. So
Yeah,
All right. So, first off, what would you like to par it at?
28.
Okay. I realize the white on the white on the work with me though. Okay, so now, where are you going to start it?
I'm never gonna start it.
You got to put a cube down though.
Never.
I mean,
You have to put one down.
Never.
it'll make for a really. He's putting it in never. He's putting it in never.
No. From the blue.
so there, right
Yeah,
there.
from Tinda. Yeah. So
Okay.
that blue has access to a nice, lovely 8-point double jump.
That is a fact, Jack. So that is starting at 3. Hey, the only way to go is up.
Yeah. Ugh.
All right. So, okay. So we interrupted things for that. So now that the auction is done, adjust the stock prices. So red and blue are tied up here. Boop, boop. And now that gray spot doesn't matter at this point. Advance the marker cube on the dividends because we did just pay dividends. Boop. Check for game end. Nope, not yet, although some are going to wish it was. Advance the marker on the nationalization track, 1 space.
Only if.
No, no,
Oh, right. Yeah.
No.
That's phase 2 is the only if.
yep. So there.
Oh, that's bad.
And now that will reset, and then I have to flip all the player boards to the 2 side. So a moment. So Adam is actually going to start once we're ready. So a moment.
I'll be right back.
All right, go for it. Good timing on this. Okay. Okay. Boop. Actually, there. All right. I will show the differences here in a moment once I'm finished with the housekeeping here.
And yes, in chat, John is correct. White is still currently a private company, which means even though it has lots of money, I can't do anything with it on my turn.
I would like to say I pointed that out. That's
Oh no, I'm fully aware. I'm really, truly hoping someone else invests,
Joins
and
the
I know
party.
it's not going to happen.
All right, so now, whenever we go into this, we pay dividends. check for nationalization. So this isn't this turn, this is for next, just so everything else is going to be the same except for step 6. If nothing was nationalized, the nationalization track moves up. If it does, if it eats something, then it's satiated for the turn. So as it is, right now, if we were paying dividends, which we are not, but if we were, all 4 of those companies would get nationalized, and this would bump up 12 spots. Hey, John, what's up? All right. And yes, and also, because stock prices, it's private, white should drop down. 1.
Oh, right.
That's a
I
fact.
keep forgetting that.
Yep,
I should have been
Good call,
32,
John. Good
not
catch.
28.
Long
Damn
time
it.
no see. Hope you're doing well. All right.
Yeah, that's a glory to Rome on me for forgetting about the bump down. I should have been 32. Oh, yeah.
That may tickle.
Hey, it's cheaper. More people might want to buy it now.
That's a longer road to go. Matter of fact, it's tied right now with green.
You are correct.
Should have been
All
one
right.
ahead.
So,
man.
Adam, we are now ready to begin anew. It is your honor. Honor.
All right. Let's use some of that lovely money in green to take the off-board down by Orsk.
All right, so over yonder right there.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be 4 bumps for green. 1, 2, 3, 4, chasing good money after bad. So there's 1 plus the off-board is going to be 2. It'll be a time move. And then, because, again, nothing down here has changed, but it's external, no jump, $8 from green. Down to 4 left. And done. Michael.
Well,
to be clear, also, 2, 2, 4, 8, 28. Can't be.
Oh, for the love of bones.
Have a good one, Eric. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, you might want to buy that white share. Otherwise, really, no one can operate much at all.
I know. I'm kind of not upset by that.
$24. And you too can be in a sinking ship.
I'm already in 2.
Just saying.
You know what?
You work
In
on
for
yellow.
a penny.
I'll work on yellow. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm.
How much is in yellow? 8?
Fact.
Okay.
And what's the
Do
price of
one
the stock for
off-board.
now for yellow?
That'd be 36, which is a pipe
That's
dream
more than-
for everyone not named Ken and Rob, the incestuous twins. So there you go. There's share prices and
Yellow's
Yeah.
still in the game. Yellow is still in the game.
hanging on. Don't
All right,
call
you
it a
know what?
comeback.
At this point, I might as well just do something and try to parlay some form of dignity out of this. And I will pay 32 for green.
This is you, right?
Yep.
No, you won't. You have 29 bucks.
I got 29, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you want to buy a share? It's white.
Stop
white.
riffling chips.
I don't want that. I'm going to.
Lay a yellow trap.
Yeah, lay a yellow
Okay.
off board, and then everyone is just going to have to pass all the way
Yeah,
around, and
that's what
the
we're gonna
dividends
do.
real fast.
No. Lay a yellow.
Yellow
I'm going to buy
over
yellow. Put money into yellow. We're going to save yellow.
Yellow. Is the 5-out board still there? Over there in Moscow?
Yes, it is.
Then that's where we're going.
All right, so it's going to cost $8. And looky here. Here's $8. All right. See, I'm just saying, I was trying to think ahead. All right, go with it. All right, so coming from Rostov na Donu, coming down to the off board, that'll be 5. So 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's 2 jumps because off board, 2, and there. And now, Rob.
Oh, that just backfired. All right. Well, I'm not buying a yellow.
Oh, because you can't afford it.
You know what you can afford though?
A white?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a genius idea. Yeah, you should probably see if you can find a way to buy two, or maybe buy a white and a green.
If you buy the white's got enough money to do a massive move down to Vladivostok, which is going to give it big jumps on the stock market or the
Is it going to do it in time?
one way to find out.
Yeah.
Oh, yellows. Oh, yellows. No. So the only money that's going to be on any trains is going to be because you can't buy nothing.
I mean,
It's going to be Ken's money in blue. So the next couple turns are just going to be blue building track. What a disaster.
Yeah, this has not turned out well.
Oh, that was such bad advice I gave. We could have saved that for later. Oh.
So hold on. Let me give an impression of yellow. Bloop.
There's no way to save it that I can see.
Well, Ken could save it. I don't think he's going to, but
But
Ken
he
could.
could.
Say what?
Yellow.
Actually,
Yeah, I definitely could.
that is not crazy because having three
No,
top stocks.
Ken can't
It's-
save yellow because if
it's
Ken
not-
buys a yellow, that's his one thing, and then everyone else has to pass, and that's game.
Well, no, then
No,
yellow
'cause
would be
then
in the
can build,
coffers.
can build.
No, they can't because Ken
Yes.
would own 2 shares.
No,
No,
I
Ken
would only
doesn't
have
have
one
yellow.
You'd
share.
only
Ken
would
doesn't
only have
yellow.
one.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm just
It's
saying, you could either turn blue into a Rockstar stock or yellow into a Rockstar stock and have one of each.
Yeah,
Just
I
saying.
could. It's true.
That might not be crazy. I mean, I can I do anything other than pass? I mean, I'm not.
You can buy a stock.
I could buy a dog. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a great idea.
Hold on. Lincoln's
cat-
ears just
seriously, you
perked
buy
up.
that stock, watch it perform. It's gonna be a big turnaround.
Oh, pass.
So here, and now I pass. Ken.
Okay, so friends, I want to make sure I got this right. If the game is in phase 2, pay dividends, then check for nationalization, right?
Checks out.
Yep.
So the stock price does not get adjusted before we check for nationalization.
Checks out.
Pass.
All right.
Oh.
So, with you passing, oh, this is ugly. All right, here we go. This is going to be a quick game.
You know what? I don't know who won. I have no idea.
So pay dividends and then check for nationalization. Now, I'm going to do these kind of simultaneously because I don't want to have to do stuff twice. So, here's what happens with nationalization. We take a look at every company that is equal to the nationalization marker and south. All those companies get paid a dividend just like they normally would. So, in other words, white, green, yellow, and blue will all get paid double dividends. Red will only get a second, or will get a single dividend. So we're going to do that as dividends, just so I don't have to do things twice. So we will start with yellow. Yellow is at 23. 23 divided by 3, that sounds like $8 a piece. 2 back, 2 back, and 2 back. Sorry, hold on. I said $8 a piece. So that's 16. I'm an idiot. That's 20. That's 20 and 16. Because double. So 20, 20, and hold on, 18. Sorry, because I took 2 back. So 18. There we go. My bad. All right, so there's yellow. Now we will do
actually,
blue.
wait, real quick.
What?
John is mentioning in chat, and I just double checked the rules. Nationalization, every public railroad that has a stock value less than the value indicated is nationalized. So
You're right.
even better.
Blue is safe.
Blue will survive.
Blue is safe.
Even better.
All right. Thanks for the
Yeah.
thanks, John. My bad. Oversight. So blue is only a single. So 27 divided by 3, that's $9 a piece. So 9, that's a dime, and that's a 9. All right, so blue is safe. So now we look at red. Red is safe. 27 divided by 2, that's going to be 14. That's 15, and that's 15. And now green, not going to make, check that. We'll go ahead and, yeah, we'll do green first. Not going to make it. So 17 divided by 2, 8 and a half. So that's 9, that's 18. That's 20. And 18. And now white, hey, good news. White only has 1 share holder. So all 3 of that goes to them.
Twice.
Pure profit. Pure
Pure
profit.
unadulterated profit. Now watch what happens.
We're doing
No,
it twice
yeah.
for everyone else.
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
gets.
Okay?
You're doing the double
You
payout for
gotta pay.
everyone
Gotta give him
else.
3 more. Gotta give him 3 more.
Oh, I
Yeah.
apologize. You're right. Hold on. I don't want to short you. I apologize. There we go.
Those $3 are going to make a big difference.
I don't think big means what you think it means. White, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Same with you. And, oh yeah, same with you.
Oh, no, never mind. You only pay out the 3. White doesn't get nationalized. It's a private company.
Oh! Fact. Damn it. 24, right? And 3. I think it was 24, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So now,
And you need to take 3 of my buccarinos.
What was
away.
that?
thank you.
Okay, you okay?
Yellow, out,
Your
safe.
throat hurts?
Green, out.
Okay, we'll drink some.
so,
okay?
um,
Like water.
No, I already tried. It doesn't work.
Michael,
Okay, do you have water? Yes.
your share portfolio has been adjusted.
Is
accordingly.
yeah, it's been atomized.
We'll just do that. And, oh yeah, those are gone. Okay. Well, that's a little bit cleaner. Makes my job a little easier. A moment. I don't know that it's better. I'm just saying that. There. So that is another 25. Because we hate you. That's 10 and 15. So that's 35. Done, done, done. Whoop. Well, I have good news and I have bad news. There. And then another quarter here. All right. So, a moment. Clean this up. There we go.
And
Nationalization.
Green's money goes to the bank.
Oh, right. Yeah, let's get rid of those $4. Okay, that's gone. There we go. We nationalized 2 companies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So now adjust the stock prices. Boop, boop, because that.
And white goes down because it's private.
Correct. Boop. Or bonk. There we go. Then
Wait, white does not nationalize because it's
private.
not public.
Yep. So dividends there. Game end? Nope.
Wait, yes.
No.
My rules say the game is over if any of the following is true. Dividends market cube reaches end, railroads reach 75, or there are less than 2.
Yeah.
Okay, one more round.
A moment.
Yeah, it's less than 2, and there's currently 2 public companies still alive.
Yeah, if there are less than 2 public railroads. So next turn will probably be it. All right, so then advance the marker cube 1 space. If no railroads were nationalized, there I'm pretty sure there were. So okay, T. Boop. Now, track built is track built. It doesn't disappear. And so,
Yep.
Adam, your honor.
So I can't do anything with blue because it doesn't have enough money. I can't do anything with white because it's a private company. So I have to pass.
Oh,
But
no. You could purchase a white.
do I
You have
enough?
$35.
Mm.
Now, you could,
Oh,
but it survives nationalization if it's not public.
and the thing is, if I buy it at the stock price and it gets nationalized, I only get the income. I need it to be public and better than the
We
nationalization.
all need
which is-
things in life, Adam.
So that whole thing about chasing good money or bad money with good would be me buying another share, so that everyone else passes and then I do one move with white, and then the game's over. I'm not gonna dig myself that deep of a grave. I'm gonna pass.
Okay, pass. Here. 63.
Last time I checked, I need a share of something.
I mean, you don't need. I mean,
oh,
you
I
have
need-
$63. That's 63
No.
points.
No, we're going to.
Buy red.
Buy
Blue.
Blue's got a path towards Volovocek or
No,
whatever the
Vladivostok.
Buy red. Buy red. I'll build.
See,
Blue.
I'm gonna.
Blue.
Blue's the winner. Blue's the horse you want to put your money on.
It's
If
not.
I put my
but
money
I'll
in
vote
blue,
for blue.
I am 1/4. If I put my money in red, I am 1/3. Last time I checked, 1/3 pays better than 1/4. So let's buy red.
But blue, if you put the money in, can do a double build and a double build, which puts it out past nationalization, which means it won't get nationalized, which means instead of paying out the income, it'll pay out the share value, which is
See,
much higher.
Rob's right
Have you
after me.
noticed
So
where the nationalization cube is, Adam?
if I put the money into red, Rob gets
It's
to
real
build
far.
right away, and he can kick it right through there. So yeah, I think red is the right move in this
Blue's
case.
closer to more payout, but all right.
I appreciate the thought process in that.
54. Just take my word for it. There's 54 over there. So that's going to be a red. Welcome back to the game. And that is 9. Rob.
Well, yeah. Buying red would be dumb, which is what I was going to do. So now I'll just build. I'll build the southern coast.
You're just
See what
helping
happens.
Ken.
Well, you're going to help him too because you're going to build with the blue money. Well, no, you're not. You're going to buy blue. What are you going to do? I don't even know what you're going to do. I'm going to build red.
All right, red it is. All right.
I'll build red.
What are we doing with red?
The southern coast there for 7.
Okay. So red,
Double build.
those. To never, forever, amen. And then you have to pronounce it. Bureau bids on, I think.
Portobello. All right, there we go.
7 to 34. That's 1. And a double build is 2. And there, and that's going to be a total of no jump, $12. So that'll be 27, 15 back. Okay. And done. Oh God. I have no idea. I mean,
You could buy white.
boy, this is so gross.
I don't know. Blue can be saved.
I don't think so.
It could have been saved if there was an investment in blue over
Well,
red.
if I bought one and then like everybody played really nice and did single builds for like an hour, it could be saved.
Ken, if you buy a blue, only you can build.
No, Ken's gonna move red.
Done.
He's got more money than me. He's gonna move red.
I am going to move red. And what I need to make sure then is like I don't want to be in a position where somebody else can buy red. So how much money does Rob have?
Rob has 67.
And where's the red marker
58.
currently? It's at what now?
58. It would have to be here for context for Rob to not be able to buy it.
Right. Huh.
Maybe it probably benefits me more just to keep moving red, but I don't.
Oh, you might be right. Yeah, I'm not actually sure.
Would it benefit me to buy a high price stock that's not going to increase, or just
well,
increase?
It is going to increase though.
Not if I buy it.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're gonna hit dividends pretty soon. Like,
yeah, I don't even know if we'll get to your turn.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay, so I'll double build with red.
And I assume it's going to be these two.
Yeah, might as well be the expensive ones if we're going to do it.
So that's 8 right there.
Yep.
It has, I think the term is metric crap ton of money right now. So there we go. And that's going to be 8 bumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's going to be 2 safe right now. And done. Here. You can buy a white.
Good. I could very much buy a white. And had I done that last time, I'd now be doing something with it.
Not really.
Yeah, I could steal the 6 points away from red and just put a ton more money in red because it totally needs it. But no, I'm gonna pass. Yeah.
Well, we might as well go to the outboard over there and get the 6.
All right, Vladivostok.
Building to what I think might be Pyongyang, right?
It might be.
Yeah.
So that's
good
6.
old American
1,
education
2, 3,
system
4,
geography.
5, 6. That'll be 2 bumps there. And that is a total of 8. There we go. There's still 75, 82 over there. Done. And dividends. Okay, so this is going to trigger the end of the game. So here's what happens. Everything pays twice except for red. Because
no, white doesn't pay twice. It's still private.
You're right. Here, take your $3 for white. All right. So blue is going to pay double at 27. 1, 2, 3, 9, 18. I will take my 18 and like it. So 18 there. Blue is going to be 18. That'll be 20. There. Blue, 18. That's 20. And done. And, all right. So now, bink. So, blue shares go away. I'm just doing this for the visual aspect of it. Okay, so now that that's done, we don't, not yet. All right, so dividends not paid out. Red so far. Red is at 48 divided by 4. That sounds like 12 to me.
Yep.
15 and 25. So 12, 12, 12, 12. Okay. Nope. There. And there. All right. So now that that has happened.
Just the share price.
So dividends, nationalization has happened, and hold on. 1, 2, 3. There. Adjust the stock price. What's the highest? Oh, it's red. Okay. That goes
And
up.
white goes down.
And that goes bloop. Dividends paid out. We move that. Check for game end. All right, so a moment. At the end, nope, hold on, where was it? Here it is. The game is over if any of the following are true. The dividends marker has reached the space marked end. It has not. a cube has made it to the end at 75. It has not. And the last one, which I forgot to mention at the beginning, there are less than 2 public railroads left in the game. There be one. All right, so that triggers the end of the game. So what happens now? Hey, private railroad stock. Here we go. See this? All right, so that's done. All right, good. Now, everything else is cashed out. So 68, you get 68, you get 68, you don't, you get 68. You get the idea, right? So, because visual.
I need my little thanks for playing trophy.
Yep, it's coming. So that was also here. No, 68. And 68. All right. So, first in our hearts, Adam at 56.
Hey, my goal was to beat 10.
Checks out.
Goal achieved.
Michael.
Also, might add no stocks at the end. So you got that too. You got the no stocks at the end.
So that is 60, 70. That's 80, 85, 89. Leader in the club. Back up.
Yeah, no.
56. Leader in the clubhouse. 89. Leader in the clubhouse. 85, 90, 95, 99. Leader in the clubhouse. Hell of a teacher. Well done. Thank you. All right. And then there's Rob. So what are we looking at? 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 47. Leader in the clubhouse. And our winner, this pains me. You have no idea. That is 165, 170. And that, folks,
Ooh.
there you go. That is Trans-Siberian Railroad. Now, I do want to point out something real quick. And before we get out of here, now, no round table, but I think you guys saw it. I think that's... So Tom pointed out, what is it? Yuval asked, says, I feel like shares become too expensive at 5 players, seeing that basically still only has their starting shares, essentially, right? What we had from early on. Tom says, it really depends on what the players do. It's a player-driven, arguably fragile economy. I've seen 3-player games where no one has money to buy stock, and I've seen 5-player where the money is plentiful. So pretty much every game's going to play out differently. All right? There we go. So well done, Ken. 5. So the under took it. So Ken and the under was the end. So first off, thanks to y'all for doing this. This was a hoot. That was a blast. That was truly, that was a blast. Yeah. Thank you to Tom for hanging out and chat with us all night tonight. Thank you. Big thanks to Ken and Jay over at Rio Grande for sponsoring the stream, as well as sending us the review copy. And of course, thanks to everybody that took time to watch. Subscribe, patreon.com/heavy cardboard. Certainly would appreciate it. And if you don't hear "Give Us Your Thumbs" by Martin in your head, you're doing it wrong. So that's it. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. I'm out of here until the weekly look ahead on Monday. And on Sunday I rested. I need the day off, so I appreciate it. All right.
And on the 7th day.
Yeah, right. All right. So thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Social distance. Wear your masks. Most of all, be kind to one another, eh? Yeah? All right. I'm Edward.
And
Adam.
Michael.
I'm Rob.
All right. Y'all have a great night. Take care. That was a blast. Good night, everybody.
That's fun. Good night, guys.
Oh, no, wrong one. There we go. All right, there. Well done, Ken. Well
Ken
done.
takes both of them. Well done.
And I thought for sure you guys were gonna make sure that I couldn't get this one. So
I wanted to. Everything in my soul said don't let Ken, but I failed.
Buying those two at the beginning, I think that was they just fit perfectly with what was going on with the rest of that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. It just goes to show that you don't have to buy one of the first shares,
No,
for sure.
do not need to win an auction.
Yeah, interesting. Well done.